Hello, today we'll be going over all the aliens of new Ensemble. This will be my first video, so I don't know why I'm doing that much, but there ain't that many good videos on about this game, so if no one else is going to do it, I might as well. So first we got Hot Potato, or Heat Blast. He can fly, he can also shoot while flying with his blast ability. He has a block ability. His beam, I can't use unless I have another person to actually attack with. Let's see. And the burst ability, it's used for like getting people away from you and just general damage dealing. Then we got Diamond Head. Has a movement ability like Heat Blast, except it's not a flying one. Doesn't go for that long either. His his wall abilities and his fortress abilities are very useful though for raids and stuff because they keep enemies like Echo from the Primus raid away from you if you're having trouble with them. Obviously has a block ability and everything like the others. His wall also does knockback, but I can't really show that right now. We don't have anybody else helping me with this video. Well, for now at least. Then we move on to Ghost Freak. He doesn't have any actual attack abilities. He just flies and is able to go translucent into things. You're still able to be seen though, so like you just cannot be hit. It's very useful if you don't want to like get attacked by anybody. Then we got Forearms. He only has 3 abilities, but they're all mainly used for attack. His super jump, it may look like movement ability, but it also does damage like to whoever's near you when you jump. His clap is a damage deal, like a AoE attack, and he's one of the few aliens that actually has a M1. Though it's a 5 move combo. Then next we got let's see. What's his name? Gray Matter. We got Gray Matter. His only ability is a grenade. It does a good amount of damage and knocks people back. Now this is one of my personal favorites because he's versatile, but like he's very annoying to deal with. So he has a super boost, which just makes him go a bit faster for a temporary amount of time, and also attacks anybody who's in it. And then the tornado, very useful for sucking people in, especially after it got buffed a few updates ago. And also the mask, it just makes you blurry when you are running. Very interesting detail, but doesn't really help you in the long run. Well, doesn't help you at all, actually. All right, now we'll move on to shit. What's his name? All right, now we'll move on to Grinchomp. I forgot his actual name. I just can't come to me right now. Anyway, he has an M1 also, and his slap. It's very useful for getting people away from you because it knocks them like basically would knock them all the way over there from here, but in a random direction. Yeah, most of these don't have that good move sets. Now we have Stinkfly. He's actually pretty annoying to deal with, like, because he's able to fly, his acid, is able to stun enemies, and his bolt is also able to stun enemies for, like, about 5 to 10 seconds, I forgot how long. Just very annoying to deal with if you're, like, fighting him. Next up on the list, we got, God, these names are tripping me up now, Upgrade, that's it. So he has a car ability, which just allows him to move around faster. Pretty useful for, traveling around. Got another bolt ability, but you can't use that without, having a target. Has projectiles, has a freaking, Gatling gun on his arm. Now we'll move on to the most useless alien in the game, Wild Mutt. He has no moves yet. He hasn't had moves for, like, I have no clue how long, but longer than I've actually played the game. Now we'll move on to the aliens that you can get through the randomizer or by scanning them in the Primus raid. These are all the ones that you can get on the prototype watch. Cannon Bolt has his iconic roll ability. Well, like, he, yeah. Then the boost just allows you to tank through people and do damage. And the most interesting one, he can, wait, yeah, just attack people by slamming them on the ground. It's pretty annoying having to just scroll through all of them. Now we'll move on to Ditto. So he can spawn 3 clones and they will attack anybody that gets near you relentlessly. And you also have an M1 so that you're not completely defenseless. I'll probably do a different video for all the ultimates because I think this video will get way too long if I do all the ultimates also. Now we got Blitzwolfer. So he doesn't have that many abilities, but they're still pretty useful. His Echo ability, or Scream, has a pretty far reach, and he is one of the fastest running, like, has one of the fastest movement abilities. So that's pretty useful for, like, getting away from fights. The one thing I've noticed is that loggers like to use him a lot, so that's one thing. Next is Eye Guy or Eyeball Jim. All right. Literally all of his abilities need a target to do, but the burn ability, I'm pretty sure it's able to. It actually had a trap where if you actually have get someone on it, they ragdoll. His choke and freeze abilities, all right. God, I forgot. Moving on. Anyway, all those aliens are able to be obtained on the prototype or recal or ultimatrix, but they're able to be obtained directly from the prototype on the get-go by just doing the randomizer. Now we'll move on to the Recal and ultimatrix aliens. Now we have Jet Ray. Very fast. One of the fastest flying aliens. Well, actually, pretty sure the fastest. Maybe Alien X might be him, but I don't know about that. And his bolt and beam are attacks that require an actual target to aim at, so I won't be able to show them. Now we got what's his name? It's at the tip of my tongue. Big Chill. That's it. So he kind of acts like a better version of Ghost Freak. He's able to go through things like Ghost Freak and everything, but he actually has attack abilities. This is able to freeze people in their place, and the freeze also works the exact same. Oh yeah, he's also a lot faster than Ghost Freak. Now we have Echo Echo. So he's only able to have one clone, but um, along with you can use a Echo the Scream ability like Blitzwolf, but it's significantly smaller and has short range. Anyway, your clone is able to scream also, but also have an M1. Like all enemies other than yourself has like actual M1s. Now we have Chromastone. He has pretty fast flyability. He has absorption. Pretty sure this just is basically a defense type. It negates most of the damage that you take. Obviously, have a projectile for general use, and yep, that. And the beam, like I said several times, just unable to be used without certain things. Then we got Humongosaur. He's able to throw a rock, has an M1, and then well, guys, looks like Black wait, he was trying to fix a bug. Well, he fixed a bug, but it looked like it messed up Humongosaur's enhanced body because he just straight up disabled it so that people couldn't become as big as way big. AKA that was what I was doing a few days ago. So that sucks. I'll have to do a bug report on that. Now we have what the worst version of Accelerate. I forgot his name. I'll just call him Trackstar. He just runs um he about runs as fast as Accelerate but slightly slower, and has this just general attack ability. And then we have Swamp Fire. He has a regenerative ability, very useful for getting out if you're about to die. Has a blast ability for just general attacking, and then the seed. And if you blast it, it explodes. Fair warning though that it will hurt you also if you're close to it. And yeah, I have no clue why he can fly. It feels kind of like weird. At least there's a cool, well, not cooldown, a timer on how much he can fly because it's kind of weird that he's able to fly. Oh, Alien X. Oh, I was half expecting, well, to Anyway, his block is basically the same as everybody else's. They look different, but they're not that different that much. His spear, I'm not right. His spear, it needs a target, but it will. It's like a homing missile. It'll like lock onto the target and stuff. The beam, same thing with that, but it's one of the most powerful attacks. And anyway, the meter. Yeah, you get this one. You get this guy from the Alien X raid that you need the Map of Infinity for, or just someone with the Map of Infinity to send you to the raid. And now, God, what? Oh God, I'm not good at remembering the name. Lodestar, that's it. So, oh God. So, both of his abilities aren't really used for actually attacking people. Oh, actually, I can. This is one of the ones where I can actually just use it on here. Let's see. Never mind. Well, anyway, apparently these barrels are not magnetic, but if you're like the metal bars or cars around the map, you're able to use Lodestar to throw them around and stuff. Next we have the corruption. Now this is a enemy from the Ledger Domain raid. Basically does everything it does in that raid except has an M1. Very useful for attacking and stuff. Then we got the Guardian. His rush ability is pretty useful until you. All right, it's very easy to get knocked out of it though. The ultimate's a lot better because you aren't able to be attacked while in it. And then he has an M1 because he is pretty useless without it. And last but not least, perfect DNA or hybrid. This one was like added a few updates ago, but it started out as its own race. Got flight, rock, a projectile, an M1, and enhanced resistance, which just makes you take less damage. He is also obtainable on the prototype, which kind of makes no sense. Like, I feel like he shouldn't be able to be used on the prototype since he was introduced in Alien Force, but that's all. I'll make another video going over the ultimates probably after this.